Greetings, my Dragon Knights, Dragon Wars. Basically, my Dragon. This is Dragon Knight, Dragonborn, Dragon Sage. I think get the memo. And as always, if you like the saw, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and definitely share. And I already did like a video of like my top 2024 games, which is right here. And as usual, if I already beat / review the games, then it's going to be on here. And whatever from last videos will not be entered in here. So I do appreciate those who have at least been watching and have seen this, so I kind of put a little bit more into together as best way as I can. And yes, don't worry, Twilight Princess will be definitely on this list because I totally forgot about it on my last list when I did my top 2024. So anyways, let's get on right into number 6, which is Monopoly. Sorry. And I already did a review of this. I think it's still a good game. It's just if you have more players with, actual players than NPCs, then you will have a little bit more better time. But if you are just like, playing this by yourself, yeah, you may gonna have to freaking find a way just to get past the NPCs because, talk about rubber banding, man. It's really quite annoying. But if you played Monopoly before on a board game, then you kind of already know the rules and stuff. And honestly, this is from an emulator, which I have already basically done. And well, like I said, I think it's a good game. It's just beyond the lower tier for myself. It's a good game. And here is number 4. And yes, I know I did not complete this game, or well, technically I already did, but I didn't actually review it. However, it's just basically and I know probably those who are at least subscribed to me or have been watching and ask me, well, what happened to the rest? I actually sold my PS5. I actually gave away my PS5 to a friend so that way he can enjoy it. However, in my personal opinion, with Spyro the United Trilogy, even though this is like episode, this is episode 3 from my Let's Play, I still enjoy Spyro the United Trilogy. Don't worry, I'll probably replay it up to again sometime because I actually do have this game on PC, and because it was at least on Steam sale, Steam sales, right? But anyways, what Spyro the United Trilogy has is 1, 2, and 3. Basically, just put a little bit more quality of life into this game, into the 3 games that was originally on the PS1. Or PlayStation X if you want to be more for, and I'll definitely give the United Trilogy a recommend. Anyways, here's number 4, which is Ghost of Tsushima. Again, I am not saying this is a bad game, however, I think it's still good, but I couldn't finish the game because of the freaking damn thing of lower VRAM, so please check your GPU. It's why I had to put at number 4 for myself, because it's a good game overall. It's a fantastic game. Don't get me wrong. I love the story, how flawed it is. The characters did really well, and I already did a review of this game. But anyways, I still enjoy Ghost of Tsushima, but I had to put it at least for myself my number 4 because it's still flawed but good. But I couldn't finish the game and the DLC. If you got the DLC or the director's cut, I'll let you decide if it was worth it, but sadly, the Steam sale for this game already passed. But anyways, let's get right into number 3, which is Doom: The Dark Ages. I love this game, but the problem is, it was just the freaking price tag was too much. However, I did forget to mention that, well, probably won't mention here, or I know I did a review of this, but anyways, I do like Doom: The Dark Ages, but it didn't really pass, or in my opinion, pass Doom: The Eternal. Maybe kind of close to Doom 2016, but it's still a good game. And if you got this game off the Steam sale, which now is longer past as far as I can see, that if you got this game for at least $55 for a premium edition, I would recommend you do that. More than paying $100, which even with the price I paid for $99 because off a different website, it's not worth it. I'm just sorry, it's not. However, we still don't know how much things are kind of going through with at least the DLC. As far as I understand, it's still on its way. There's been already concept art, so there is still a little bit things that's going to be coming for Doom: The Dark Ages. However, I will definitely do a review of that. I usually just wait until the whole thing comes out, but I just finished, why not? But it's still a good game in my personal opinion. Anyways, here's about my honorable mentions. Yes, I understand. This is not a like, oh hey, you said when you beat the game. However, I just want to give Cast and Chill here. It's just one of those games that I would do myself enjoy so much because of the fact is you can just after a long day you can actually do here and there. However, I do wish that they don't really lean too heavily on, you know, like the idle mode, which it allows you to do it for you. I already did like my first impressions, and I still recommend to pick up this game and support the indie devs if you can, because it's actually really good. Anyways, here comes up my sponsor of today's video, so hopefully you at least enjoy. So here it is for Dubby. Today's video is sponsored by Dubby. Thank you to Dubby for sponsoring today's video. As usual, use my code in link description below, which you get at least 10% off. And again, thanks to Dubby for sponsoring today's video. As always, I hope you enjoy. My number 2 will be Twilight Princess. I did have this at least supposed to be in my last top games, but I totally forgot to add it in there. And however, this is actually my number 2. Although with Midna and its story, it will always have such a place in my heart. And it was actually one of the GameCube era, which I was actually emulating and playing and did a review. And I think it's really good. Now, I have not done the HD version, because most of all, I don't actually have that. But I figured at least give this game at least my top 2, just in case, because I have really enjoyed this game very much. Even though I have played a little bit of the Wii, but the GameCube, for me, version of Twilight Princess will always be where it's at. So, and overall, it's just a really good, you know, definitely one of the higher ratings of Zelda, which it was surprising. And I think I mentioned that at least in my review. So, but anyways, here's going to be my number 1, which I actually have thought about putting two together, or at least one over there, but I decided to put the 2. So here's my number 1. Doom 2016, that got me back into Doom, and Doom Eternal, which is the meme of, if I'm probably showing up right about now, your draconic Doom Slayer, which I actually have put in here because I have enjoyed Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. Although I had to put Doom Eternal a little bit more higher than Doom 2016 because of in my personal opinion, okay, this is just my personal opinion, I just enjoyed at least a reboot. And yes, it was my gift, and yes, even though I said in probably my review of this game, it was supposed to be Doom, the dark, you know, will be Doom Eternal, then Doom 2016 or Doom Reboot. However, I just put at least Doom Eternal at least the last because to me it's actually really enjoyed. The Doom 2016 already brought in the Easter eggs about at least what it was back then, and now look at it now. So, and Doom, of course, Doom the Eternal was actually really good for both. Although the DLC felt a little bit lacking, but even at the last minute, it was like really rushed and the Mick Corbin type thing. I already talked about that. However, I just think, in my personal opinion now, since I was kind of looking at it, I will put Doom Eternal with a little higher than Doom 2016 because it's the last of its thing, but I always have the open-ended. And it's why I put at least Doom the Dark Ages to my number 3 because, in my personal opinion, Doom Eternal is where it's at for me. And these is all my top games of 2026, so hopefully you enjoy. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and definitely share. This is Dragonborn, Dragon Sage, signing out. Hopefully you have a good one. And as always, my Dragon Kin, farewell for now. Hopefully you enjoyed this video.